the graphics and the lights and so forth because the resolution's really bad. But he's got squads of an invisible mandrakes attacking my range units right now, and because I'm in the Eldar view, you can't see them very well. You can only see very faint silhouettes, and that probably won't show up too well on YouTube at all. So what I'm doing here is bringing in a squad of Guardians. Once they're upgraded to have a Warlock leading them, they can detect invisible units, so that's why I'm coming in here. But just switching to the Dark Eldar view, you can see the Mandrakes a little bit more clearly now. The other units sort of attacking in combat with their Dark Rivers, but I can forgive people for not really being able to see too well what's going on in these games, because A, resolution's really bad, and B, Dawn of War's just got a lot of pretty colours and special effects going on when there's battles. So sometimes it's a bit unsurprising if you can't read the play too well. But now that the Guardians have arrived, they're trying to upgrade that Warlock as quickly as possible to actually get some kills on the the Mandrakes. But I fear that it's actually starting to get too late, because I'm taking a lot of casualties. I've got a lot of units here, but the Mandrakes in combat are pretty good, and with Hellions showing up all the time to attack, and with Scourges in the background, and I'm not sure if I'm in range of any static firepower, the battle is getting pretty violent at this point, and just really worried about taking a lot of casualties here. I know that I have set them back quite a lot, and I've got a Wraith Lord there, but these Scourges, nothing's being done about them, and they're just blasting with their splinter cannons or whatever you call them. Yeah, they're looking pretty violent over here. There's gore and stuff everywhere. Wraith Lord's still alive, so it's just a great unit to have in combat. You can see units flying there as effects go off. And game is running really choppy too because of gun cam, but we'll have to live with that. This is pretty much the only thing I can work with in terms of large battles for commentating on, and at least I can sort of talk about the strategy and so forth of the game. All these unit abilities going off really obscures it, doesn't it? You can see the cover. Some units are in cover. You can see the icons above them. But I've decided to retreat. Eldar are pulling out. I really wanted to take the decisive victory and win the game right there, but now I've got to give them a chance to return because I've just taken so many casualties. The Scourge firepower ended up being too great. I've got a Wraith Lord in this space which seems to be trapped, but on the other hand, that'll buy me enough time. I need to retreat my units. But part of the other reason I've decided to retreat is because while this battle was going on, I was teching up to Tier 2 and finally to Tier 3, and that'll allow me to build the Avatar, the final Eldar unit, and also the Fire Prism, which is like a Cydo sort of final unit where it's extremely powerful, but you can build more than one of them, and they do a lot of damage. So taking a look back at the Eldar base, I've got pretty much all of the tech organised. I've got listing posts everywhere. I've even got a thermoplasma generator somewhere. And at this point, really just trying to build more webway gates to support all of the units that I want to create. And I don't want to leave him sort of hanging around in his base for too long, because I know that if he gets any serious units produced, he might be able to come back into this. And he's reinforcing his army now. He's got plenty of Scourges, Hellions, and jet bikes there. But again, I mean, weak units like that aren't really going to be able to stand up to the firepower of, for example, this unit here, the Fibrism. That unit there does a lot of damage. It's got a great range, and it really stuns units, blows them away. And at this point, I'm really just hanging around on my side of the map next to a listing post that's been upgraded with weapons, and waiting for this guy here, the Avatar. So you can see the units, the buildings and stuff glowing. So I'm really upgraded at this point. I've got HQ units. My unit cap has been increased, so I can just keep adding Warp Spiders or Fire Dragons or whatever kind of high tier infantry unit I want to use. And that Avatar, man, looks cool. Can't wait to get into combat. This is probably the first time in a serious multiplayer game that I've ever actually had an Avatar. That's how inexperienced I am. A bit of a noob, guys, as you've seen from all my mistakes and stuff in game, but now that I've got the Avatar, I am walking directly across the map to engage my opponent. I don't want to give him any more time to come back into the game. I want to end it right now, and he's got a lot of units camped out next to this listing post, which is retaking. And this is going to be a violent fight and probably a very lag-worthy fight. And he's built a Talos, which is the Dark Eldar heavy vehicle. It's got a massive melee damage, not a very good ranged attack damage. So what I want to do is really keep some units away from the combat and just fire at it. For example, the Fire Prism. And then as you can see, the Fire Prism going off, that big blast is just shooting units out of the way all the time. And there's the Talos going straight into combat, and battle has joined, guys. Everything is just going off right now. Some units have just been dropped to morale. That looks like a group of Mandrakes. The Avatar is just blasting fire over, sweeping a sword. Man, this is like the battle of the Eldar versus the Dark Eldar, mother of all battles kind of thing. With the Talos has actually been destroyed. The Fire Prism's taking a lot of damage. Fire Prism grav tank's been destroyed as well. The Avatar with a whopping 15,000 health points is not going to be destroyed anytime soon. He's right in the thick of it, just swiping this with his sword. With such an expensive unit, you really expect that. But wow, and another Fire Prism coming in as support, and he hasn't got any other support units, so that Fire Prism will really be able to blast things. What I'm doing here is targeting the Dark, what do you call them? The Dark Eldar Scourges at the back of the lines there, and just because the blast from the Fire Prism will just throw his units everywhere. That will prevent him from doing a lot of shooting into the combat with the Dark Eldar Scourges. Keep saying Dark Templars for some reason. But I've got Warp Spiders as well, and fantastic units against other infantry units of any kind. And because I know that he's got a lot of Hellions and Mandrakes in the middle of the battle, then the Warp Spiders will make short work of them, especially with upgrades. So, boom, boom. Things are really starting to look mopped up at this point. The Eldar are definitely taking the day here. We've got a live Fire Prism and a live Avatar and a couple of Wraith Lords scouring the battlefield for any remaining Dark Eldar, but they've all been wiped out, and that is it, guys. The Avatar leading the Eldar forces to victory. What a glorious sight. Just smashing that listing post as if it was just paper, and that Avatar just crushing the last of the Dark Eldar, leaving the base there, and time now to wipe out the Eldar base, but my opponent has left the game, and that is it. GG, guys. Thanks for watching. And by the way, stop whining to me about posting Dawn of War games. I'm still going to be doing StarCraft commentaries, so just be quiet about that. If you don't want to watch Dawn of War commentaries, just don't click on them. Just wait for the StarCraft ones to come out. And on that note, I'll be leaving, hopefully coming up with a new StarCraft commentary shortly.